Hello there guys, it's me Brian Cockrell on the Taxman Show, again with Kev Kilty, back by popular demand. So Kevin, what we're going to be talking about tomorrow night?
Yeah, well what I was going to do obviously is start where we finished off the other week, 2 weeks ago. Last week I went to, well, couldn't go on, and getting a bit more intense with the questions that I'm going to ask Brian. I asked him quite a lot of things, but I'm going to have a few surprises to ask him in depth what his feelings were about certain crimes that's happened, certain crimes that he's been alleged of, certain things that's happened in fights, stuff that has never been written in books before, no crap or shit that's been made up, whatever, but some really interesting things, and hopefully Brian will tell the truth, or maybe he's bring his solicitor with him and remain silent, you know.
No, I'll tell the truth, you know, under oath.
And a few other good things, you know, which I've been remembering about when you were training.
Yeah.
The strength things, you know, and...
Well, you know me for all 30 odd years, Kevin. So.
Again, with the strength thing, I mean, everyone has a certain amount of strength in body parts, but, you know, I can honestly say the strongest person I've ever seen doing leg press, ever, is Brian, you know, and I think that's what Bill Boyd's gym, the old church, second floor, which is on, end up collapsing on, you know, set alight, you know.
Yeah.
Because of all the weight that was on.
Even Dorian Yates was come, he said, I've never heard of anyone benching 6 plates.
On that, you know.
Michael was a bodybuilder, wasn't he?
Say, so. Kerry Kay's, Mike was a very good bodybuilder, and John Hodge, who was a short class, top 5 or 6 Mr. Olympia. The talking point when we used to go down Better Bodies Gym, 1998, was Bri Cockrell, when's he coming down, we want to take him to London, you know. And at that time Bri was just a wrecking machine and a power machine, and totally dedicated to a life of training, and he went into taking any form of drugs then, were you know.
No,
nothing like that, was nothing, you know. They were good days, you know, especially for the eating, yourself and Bri Flaherty, you know.
Oh, we could never stop. We used to go in them places to eat as much as you want for 5 of the bar's house.
Get bad out.
Get bad out. You can't come and eat used to it, Big Brian. You know, yourself some fun, Big Brian, God rest his soul.
Yeah, and and some questions about crime as well, because me and Brian chatting a few other people off camera about certain things, and there was one of the things about crime where I said I'd be getting some legal advice, which I have.
Yeah. And
there's a couple of topics what we deciding to interview a certain person, when, where, what to say now, and another book that Brian and Emma, I think, will have a little bit of input and advice to my sister's on about writing a really, really good book if it comes off, you know, some really dodgy stories, you know. But tomorrow night it's a Bri Cockrell show with
so we're back on again.
Me interviewing, so I hope you're all in. Scott's Johnny, come down.
Scott John. Rob Holloway, like you say, David Ashton, been with us all the way through this fight and carry on we've had for the so-called offer from Stokesley. Thank you very much, and Rob Holloway, another great lad we've been on with, and all the people who are supporting us, and all the fans. Just keep, you know, the channel's free to subscribe to. We'll help you as much as we can, and just thank Tony Grange for the church and Jesus as well.
So what are you going to be talking about tomorrow?
Well, mainly crime and questions about Bri. Basically, I'm going to put him on the spot about a lot of things.
No problem for me.
Right.
Someone likes to grey in the background, Mel.
About a few things, you know, mention a few things, really serious stuff tomorrow. Hardcore.
I get the blame for everything. And probably the only thing I haven't been blamed for is the COVID.
Well, Bri used to say to people that if you ever get pulled up for selling drugs, say you sell them to Bri Cockrell, because every fucker else does.
Yeah.
Basically, they'd say that to someone else, so that they wouldn't get trouble. Taxed or Bri. So tomorrow night we'll be back on air. I think about 7 o'clock-ish, something like that. Emma might even treat me to a gin, you know.
A sandwich as well.
A sandwich, and she feeds me every Saturday night at extra home. So tune in tomorrow for some really, really good stories.
Okay.
Which I hope Brian tell the truth.
I will tell.
Superman doesn't tell lies.
Okay then, guys, I'll see you soon. God bless you all.
God bless.